This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Daily Herald.
Coach Michael Hand for Benet Academy Girls Tennis. We appreciate your time. Thanks for letting us stop by your tennis courts here.
Hey, thanks for coming.
Absolutely. So let's talk about last year a little bit. This is another ESCC championship season for the team. It was your first season as head coach for the women's team. Now, obviously, for the men's team, you've been a long-time coach for the men's team, had some experience doing JV for the girls. Walk us through last season. What was that like for you being a first-year coach for the girls?
You know, coaching doesn't change much. Mm-hmm. You have to temper what you do, how you do it. You have to temper the different personalities between the boys and the girls, between the players themselves. And part of coaching tennis, especially with the doubles, is finding the right fit for people. I always joke sometimes with some of the kids at the end of the season, because we always kind of total up. Well, I had 5 different partners, I had 6 different partners, I had 3 different partners, because you're just looking for the right chemistry with people. And boys and girls are a little bit different. So it was, I think, a little bit. Now, I'd done the JV girls, so at least I knew a lot of these girls as they were coming up. So that helps me a little bit. I didn't walk in totally green without having any experience with them. A lot of them knew me, I knew them. So there was a little bit of an easier transition. And then it was a matter of, again, finding the right fit. And we had a couple of issues with a couple of injuries, and that really kind of threw a monkey wrench in everything. We had 3 different one doubles combinations in probably 4 days. And then, once you found it, you just kind of work through it. And we always talk at the beginning of the season, and one of the things I always tell, whether it's the girls, whether it's the boys, is, our goal is to be playing better at the end of the season. And we were. We actually came in with a real tight conference standings, and were able to pull away because the girls had reached to that next level and played some of their best tennis. And I think, I always sit down and I kind of project, what do we need to do point-wise to win? And you always say, okay, here's the minimal that could happen. What does that mean? And then you always look at, okay, what's the next step? And everybody got to that next step. Everybody either accomplished where they should have been, which was winning the conference championship, or got past where they should have been in terms of the way the seeding was. So I was really pleased. The girls played as well as they could, and I know they were very happy. I was very happy with the way things turned out, and it was a great ending of the season, and that's what you hope for.
You speak a little bit about the difficulties any coach has throughout the season, injuries, illnesses, just difficult for you to kind of fill out that lineup in a consistent manner. Obviously, between last season and this season, you have 8 graduating seniors, and that presents it's a whole bunch of new problems as well. So you have Katie Telford at one doubles. You're kind of trying to find someone to fit in with her. Walk us through this season and the job that you're doing to match up girls with the right combination.
Yeah, you lose seniors. I mean, that's it's not a professional team where you just kind of keep signing them. We got them for 4 years. We lost Leah Sakis, which is a big loss. But you've got, fortunately, with Coco, her sister, coming in. She's seen the leadership that she's provided. She saw the leadership as a senior, and Coco's stepping into that mold. She's still only a junior, so I still rely a lot on my seniors. I still really, especially at practices and whatnot, I expect the seniors to provide the leadership. On the other side of the coin, I expect the number 1 player, whether it's a freshman or whether it's a senior, to provide the leadership in the example by how they play. And Coco's doing that. She had a real tough match last night. And was kind of struggling a little bit. She'd won the first set, was struggling in the second set, and we talked a little bit on a changeover, and she really focused on what she needed to do, and she was able to pull that match out, which was a great win for her, kind of a real nice confidence builder. But what it does is for the other girls that are watching, just to see the effort that she's putting in at that match, knowing that, whether I'm playing first singles or third doubles, I can put out that same effort. And those are the matches that, maybe you might have lost, that you turn into winning those because you're able to see that, if she can do it, I can do it. If she can put that type of effort in, I may not be the same talented player, but I can still put in and give the same effort. Effort has no talent. There's no basis for saying, okay, you have more effort than somebody else. everybody else has the same amount of effort. You can put that in, and if you can do that, then you'll be successful. And that's what we really impress upon the girls is, give me what you got. If you can give me what you got, whether you win or lose, I don't care. And I've told them many times, winning and losing isn't what's important. You can walk off the court having lost a match, knowing that you tried your best, you worked as hard as you could, you're successful. If you walk off the court and you've lost, you say, I should have beat that girl. You didn't. You didn't do what was necessary. Now, you got to also give the opponent credit too. I mean, we play some pretty tough competition, so you've got to understand that there's going to be some situations where the opponent has a fair amount to do with that, but the opponent has nothing to do with what happens on your side of the net. And if you can put in the effort, then win or lose, that's the successful part of the match and of the season. So replacing the girls is now a matter of, okay, we play at 2 singles, we play at 3 doubles. That hasn't changed. You want that position, prove it to me. Step in, show me what you've got, put the effort in, do the little things that we ask, and then it'll work itself out. And I was happy last night. We won the match 5-0, but I was happy not with the win, but what we were doing. And that's the progression we like to see. So, they see the girls from last year, they see the seniors graduating, and we hope that they've kind of picked up on, okay, this is what's expected of me. So even though they've graduated, you hope they are ready to step into that. And we've done that. I think we've been very successful with getting those kids ready, getting those kids into those positions. And now it's just a matter of, okay, you're there, do the work, do the job.
Looking specifically at Coco, she obviously, as you mentioned, had Leah last year, and she's off to Notre Dame. And do you think Coco is maybe in a special kind of circumstance where she has a sister that she could have, beyond getting done with the match, she went home with Leah and was able to ask about, well, what I do this, how do I do that? You think she's in a somewhat of a special circumstance in terms of being able to have that poise as a junior only?
I think so. I think most coaches will tell you it's very difficult to put a freshman into a number 1 singles position. I've done it on occasion, but you've done it with the exceptional players. Even when Leah was a freshman, she was not playing number 1. She was playing second singles because we had a number 1 singles, but it was also giving her that experience. It's tough. High school tennis, and I've seen this over the years. You've got a tournament player, you've got a nationally ranked player, but still coming in. High school tennis is different. There's a different environment, a different attitude. You're playing against kids that are seniors who, here's a hotshot freshman. They don't want to lose to a hotshot freshman. It's a different environment than in the USTA tournament. So Coco's really taken that. This is her first year at 1 single. She played 2 singles. She really got to see Leah go through what she did. And like you say, you can go home with her, you can talk with her. I mean, she's a phone call away if you need to. Leah's still playing club down at Notre Dame, so, she's still got her hand in it and she can help Coco. They've grown up together, they've played together. So that's, the only thing she's missing is she's missing her older sister here right now. But nothing's changed. She's seen what she's done on the court, and hopefully, not hopefully, but she has produced that now with, now it's my turn to step up. Now it's my turn to step in the spotlight, and she's doing just that. And she's really kind of embraced that, and that's great.
First month or so of the season, you have a busy week. This week, couple of meets. You mentioned yesterday. You have a couple later on this week. Give me a sense of how the season's going so far, and where you expect this team to be at the end of the season. And like you said, hopefully playing their best tennis of the season.
I think we started out a little slow. Losing the seniors. I mean, there's one thing that you can't replace, and that is the experience. You've got the girls that have been around, but they haven't played in that competitive a match as much, and so you have to really, you have to go through the growing pains. And I think we did that a little bit, and we kind of figured out, maybe some things are working. Maybe we made a couple of changes. We moved some people from singles to doubles, and at this juncture, I think we kind of found the right fit. I can't say that I've been coaching for 30 years, whether it be the boys or girls. I can't say that there's been any one year that I've set the lineup at the beginning of the season and that's the way it's been at the end of the season. It just doesn't work that way for the most part. You have to just find the right mix, and you can kind of carry over from year to year, but with those kids graduating, with the way the doubles teams are set up. Some coaches try to set up doubles teams that are younger kids, knowing that they might have them for a couple of years. That's all well and good, but this is the year you're really looking at. You're not looking at, okay, let's put them together for next year. We're putting them together for this year. They may change next year. So when we get into the beginning of the season, we know we're gonna kind of go through some growing pains. And I think we've done that. I think we're in a position where we're getting ourselves set. We're getting people that are embracing the position they're at, knowing that that's where they're going to be. And now it's a matter of putting the little things together. Okay, now you're there. These are your partners, or this is a singles player. What do we need to do now to go to that next step, so that we're playing well at the end of the season? That's all, and that's a hard thing to judge. We played pretty well over the weekend. We played well yesterday. We got a tough test today with Naperville North, so we'll see if we've made that next step to where things are pretty set, and now it's just tinkering with what the girls are doing. And if we can do that, then I'll be happy. I'll be very happy with it.
A coach's job is never easy. Certainly, even in the early parts of the season to the end, it's never easy. Coach Hain, we appreciate your time. Thanks for letting us stop by.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.